Order! I will have order in this court. Not until Mr. Pinkin sees that his witness's testimony is laden with holes.
That's impossible. There must be a mistake.
The only mistake here, Winston, is arresting an innocent professor and his 12-year-old boy.
But no.
Hello?
Nick? Nick, please, I need your help.
Maya? Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, it's Larry. He's been murdered.
What? What happened?
I may have killed him.
You know, if you keep bending up here, they're gonna name a wing after you. That would be cool. Serious question. Did you murder my childhood best friend? No, but the police say I did. Why? Well, I'm staying at the hospital where Larry volunteered. Larry volunteered at a hospital? Well, since a few weeks ago, last night, he goes up on the hospital roof and took the hard way down. Nick, I know I seem pretty tough, but I can never hurt Larry. Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna help you prove it. But how? Detective Gumshoe says they have witnesses and evidence, and you have me. Besides, we've been through worse, right? Like clockwork. Somebody out there killed Larry Butts, and wherever they are, they try to pin it on you. But we're gonna find them. We're gonna smoke out their lies in court, and we're gonna burn their shady evidence for the whole world to see. Where do we start? I think I'll speak with some of the witnesses. Hey, pal. Found any place to dispatch an ambulance, huh? Say it comes sure I need info. What do you know of Larry's murder? Seems like he fell off the roof, pal. Got any trace of foul play? I don't ask questions. I just sweep. What did you find inside of the body?
Here's my autopsy report.
Have you a bead on any lead? Cause I need it today. Actually, a piece of evidence was stolen. Stolen? Yeah, our Blue Badger security camera. Up on the roof, we had it stationed. And this badger was a witness, filming the world through cold, dead eyes. So the murderer moved it. Translation? Beats me, pal. He keeps saying that. I think a view up on the roof can do a few lies.
Get off my roof, you spy-haired Nimrod.
Hey, Miss Oldback, you work here?
Find someone else to go impugn.
Look, my friend's on trial for murder.
Take it from me, that girl is a killer.
Have you even met her?
The push and the fall, I saw it all in the light of the moon.
Look, I have to go, but Maya's innocent, you'll see.
Stay off my roof, whippersnapper!
Anything useful? Hardly. This is the worst autopsy report I've ever seen. Lots of fractures, no heartbeat, time of death, picture of an eyeball! That's not an eyeball. Phoenix Wright. Murders have a way of bringing us together, don't they? Edgeworth, please tell me that you're not prosecuting this case. I am. But why? You know Maya's innocent. What I know is it will be difficult to prove without an amenable prosecutor. Better the devil you know, Wright.
Order!
Good luck. The trial of Maya Fey will now come to order. Is the prosecution ready? Ready, Your Honor. Is the defense ready? Ready, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Calls came in approaching midnight. Calls at midnight. Someone died due to a fall. What kind of fall? Tell about the fall, please. Claims were made that Miss Fey shoved him. Miss Fey shoved him? Here she's seen right afterwards in the hall. Excellent photo. Something strongly very wrong. Objection! Where's the face? Here do ID. Looks like she's facing the wrong way. Hold it! That's her outfit, you can see. It is! That's totally her outfit! Objection! There's her clothes. Who knows who's wearing those robes underneath? Where's the proof that she was up on the roof? Oh, here's the shower she leaves. What? Hey, that's me. I have a tendency to sleepwalk. Every killer knows her victim. By and large, that's true. Maya Fey knew Larry Butts. She knew the Butts. Something smells like butts here. Not sure why Miss Maya picked him. Picked the victim, but we fear it's clear that she went nuts. Pretty unlikely, cause I can't fit the story yet. Objection! An arrest was Maya saying. Now that I think about it, hold it! That's an easy thing to face. Actually, it's way harder than it looks. Objection! There's no motive here. Objection to that idea too. I'll object to each ridiculous point proposed by any of you. Mr. Wright, please do desist. Disrupt the court, we get the gist. No need to constantly insist. Objection. Of course I know, but no take that's and no retorts. No second chance, no last resort. I'll hold you in contempt of court. Correction. My witness has more to add. Detective, update your testimony. When the night guards found the body, poor old Larry, led by old Bag and her team. Such a shady, surly lady. It was brought to Dr. Hardy. Dr. Hardy. Maya was arrested near the scene. That's how it happened. I'm really, really sorry, but objection! Where's the proof that Larry fell? The messy chalk outline, pal. Take that! It's his ID badge as well. Hold it! How'd you know the victim went up out on the roof? Objection if your claim that your defendant is being framed. And if you argue she's to blame, then all the same I ask you, where's the proof? Objection! Did I do something wrong? I object to wasting my time going in circles like this! Verdicts are required in 3 days, and this sing-songy yammering has already costed us one of them. Yammering? I thought it was rather catchy. You'd best both examine some evidence and try a bit harder coming forward. I expect a far better performance from you tomorrow. Oh, you'll get a performance. Court adjourned. It was nice of the judge to let me tag along with you. He gets kind of weird and antsy waiting for conclusive evidence. Yeah, speaking of, what exactly are we looking for? Anything that proves you didn't murder Larry Butts. Right. Some clothing, some blood, any loose thread that we can pull on. If we pull on it hard enough, Gumshoe's whole story will start to unravel. Clothing. Blood. Got it. A drop of blood could blow this wide open. A bit of cloth could wind up the key. A pair of prints could change the whole trial. A single thread is the thing we need. Hey Nick, I found a Magatama. A couple cracks could make a big difference. A minor flaw could solve the whole case. A single thread could be our undoing.
I'll take that.
Hey! That's our evidence that you found on my roof. Give it back, old bag.
This will make a great gift for my edgy poo. Ew. Nothing slips past over in the old bag. No one escapes my baggy eye. That's right, you gotta be quick to beat the old bag. Now get off of my roof and say goodbye.
She's literally the worst person. I need to take a bath. The court is back in session for the murder trial of Maya Fey. I trust we will not have an encore of yesterday's squabbling. The prosecution calls the hospital's chief security guard, Miss Wendy Oldbag.
Thank you, edgy poo. You look scrumptious today.
Objection! The witness is being super gross. Sustained. Miss Oldbag.
Call me Wendy.
Miss Oldbag, were you working the night that Larry Butts was murdered?
I was.
And did you go to the roof between 11 p.m. and midnight?
I did.
And can you describe the things you witnessed there?
I can.
Now would be a good time to describe the things you witnessed there.
Well, there were 2 people up there. One in a hospital volunteer uniform, and one in a long purple robe.
And what were they doing?
The purple one was in the midst of some sort of satanic ritual.
It's actually called spirit channeling. It's usually pretty harmless. You know, except for 1 or 2 cases of murder. Miss Oldbag, are you saying that the culprit had channeled a spirit?
No. But they were trying to.
Actually, for the record, spirit channeling comes really easily to me. Like, I don't even really have to try. Like, I can channel any of you right now. I mean, if you were dead, I could. But you're not, so. I wish I was dead. So what did you do next, Miss Oldbag?
I did the first thing I could think of.
A sleazy jazz number?
I told them to get off my roof.
Are we getting to the part of the testimony where a murder occurs?
I was getting to that. As I shouted, the witch charged forward and knocked the victim over the edge and off the roof.
Were you able to apprehend the culprit?
Honey, my hips ain't what they used to be.
I thought nothing gets past old Winnie Oldbag. So the killer escaped.
Not entirely. I managed to tear off part of the murderer's costume.
My culture's not a costume. Please show us this piece of evidence.
Voila!
What? Objection! We found that Magatama first, Your Honor.
On my roof where I left it.
She is literally the worst. It seems the defendant and the killer wear matching jewelry. Do you suppose they ordered from the same catalog? This is ludicrous! If that was Maya's Magatama, it wouldn't still be around her neck right now. Not so fast, Mr. Wright. The defendant has taken great pains to remind us that she is a spirit channeler. It's likely she owns a spare. That's true, and we only saw her from behind upon her return in yesterday's security footage, meaning it could have been missing. Witness, hold that Magatama by one finger.
Don't tell me what to do, whippersnapper.
It's upside down! Exactly. That Magatama is a fake! Why would the killer make a fake One of those! Probably to frame my fave for murder. And the person who presented that Magatama in court is none other than Wendy Oldbag.
What?
As head of security, Miss Oldbag had access to the entire building at any time, including surveillance footage of the victim's movements and other security guards' locations. And she would also know that the blue badge around the roof is secretly a security cam, which is maybe why it went missing in the first place.
You impudent buffoon! Why would I murder a volunteer at my own hospital?
Maybe to keep him off your roof. Creative as always, right? But I have one more question for Miss Oldbag. And what's that? When you called the police, ma'am, whose phone did you use?
Mine?
You own a cell phone?
No. The hospital issued one to me for emergencies.
I thought as much. What are you getting at, Mr. Edgeworth? Every hospital-issued phone is equipped with tracking technology. It logs and reports wherever it goes from the moment it's turned on.
It does what?
That's not good. Using a list of coordinates retrieved from the witness's phone, I've created a virtual map, retracing every path the phone took the night of the murder. Definitely not good. Let's see this map. This dot is Miss Oldbag. She arrived as usual for her shift and spent most of the evening in a security office. Until we reach 11 o'clock. Where's she going? Let's watch. She's going to the roof, as she testified. But what happens next is key to her testimony. And then... Miss Oldbag pursues the killer, just as she claimed. Objection! She go to remove the phone before the attack? Mr. Wright. You don't go down quietly, do you? There's an old saying that the phoenix will rise up from the flame. But this ain't no drama off Broadway, your courtroom video game. Now we've run out of chances and this trial's taken too long. So let's end this. All the evidence was here all along because right is wrong. Well, Mr. Wright, the witness could have shot the victim? I don't think so. All of your logic is faulty, your plans are all a disgrace. All of your traps are outdated, your tricks blow up in your face. Sad to break the illusion, but it's true, I knew all along. You can't fool me. Is it cruel of me to say it in song? Because right is wrong.
He's just jealous of your hair.
Forgive my lack of tact, but Wright knows a little more than Jack, cause he's a wacky crackpot quack, exactly that, a backward hack. In fact, in spite of what's been said, in light of Wright's bright empty head, Mr. Wright is wrong.
Take it easy on me, Miles. Whose side are you on?
Now that you feel yourself sinking and watch things go up in smoke. Finally you see you're in trouble, but all your gimmicks are broke. Bluffs are just a distraction, and your case is clearly not strong. So let's end this and send Wright right back to where he belongs, because Wright is wrong. Wright is wrong. Wright is wrong. Wow, that was actually pretty catchy. Old Bag's telling the truth. I can't find any reasonable way that she could have committed this crime. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have anything else moronic to say? If Maya didn't kill Larry, and neither did Wendy Oldbag, then the victim's not actually dead. What? Are you insane? Jury's still out. I will not have my court make a mockery while you turn this trial into a sideshow. Your Honor, with all due respect, Mr. Wright may not be wrong. What? The autopsy report was indeed poorly worded. Ordering a detailed follow-up would at least be a reasonable formality. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Has this whole courthouse gone mad? Please, Your Honor. One more day, and an expanded autopsy. Nothing more. Court adjourned. Not you two. You stay another minute. You must think me a fool to not catch on to what you're doing. But if there's one thing I won't tolerate, it's a perversion of justice in my court. And it's clear you two have been colluding since the start of this trial. No, Your Honor, it's not. Which is why, Mr. Wright, your friend will not be joining us for tomorrow's trial. You're removing me from the case? And replacing you with a prosecutor truly fervent for a verdict. Your Honor, you're not going to find anyone half as passionate as Oh no. Did you miss me? Foolish fools. Not dead. Not dead. Stupid! What am I doing? One hour to the end of my career. Oh, if it isn't Phoenix Wright. That's a lot to drink right before trial. Let me timepiece, Winston. Losing a case sucks, doesn't it? You would know. Better than most. And I also know a loser when I see one. Welcome to my world, Wright. You think you're different, you do nothing but win, but I know you're really a sham. You think you had a special aura within you, but now you found out you're a scam. Think you're still the sharpest tool in the shed, and believe me, I did too. But now I'm a loser. And so are you. Oh hey, look at the time. It's past. Shut your face and leave me alone. Pacific Daylight Time. Oh. For years you still believed that no one could touch you, but you then got poked in the eye. The ace attorney turned to chump and the fool who continued to doubt and deny. He's all washed up and all his luck has run out. He's a has-been through and through because he's a loser. And so are you.
I'll drink to that. Just a part of the trend. And for a loser, losing don't end. No one to turn to, everyone's burned to till you've no friends.
Not all losers.
But just for fun, let's both pretend that we're a lawyer full of talent and promise, but you finally choked and bit the dust. And let's assume you were valiant and honest, but still your career was a bust. You beat me every time we met in the court, yet my wildest dreams came true. Though I'm a loser, now so are you.
That's it. In order to win this case, I think like a loser. I've got to call Miles. Thanks for the help, Winston.
Yeah. Anything for a pal.
All the days to be late, Nick. Couldn't you pick a day where I'm not going to jail? I missed swimming for this.
The trial will now come to order for the last time. Is the prosecution ready?
Let's get to it.
Is the defense ready?
Not exactly.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, I seem to recall removing you as prosecutor of this case.
Yes, and the defense is ready, Your Honor. I don't suppose Mr. Wright will be joining us? Wright's full of surprises.
He's not the only one.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may call your first...
Foolish fool, I know how a trial works.
Okay, I'll be over here then.
You. I call Maya Fey to the stand. Hi. I'm Maya, and I like hamburgers.
Witness!
Tell us what you did tonight. Larry Butts was murdered. Okay. Well, I was staying at the hospital overnight, and I was really tired, so I went to bed early, which I never do, because normally I stay up really late and I eat a snack and I watch TV. I've been rewatching Steel Samurai, and that's my favorite show. And I was gonna rewatch Pink Princess, but I was like, no, it's just not dark and gritty enough. I ask for facts. If I wanted your worthless opinions, I demand them with my whip. You will refrain from intimidating my client, Miss Von Karma. She's merely being thorough. Oh, little brother, I wondered how long it would take you to say something foolish. You didn't take long yourself. You never do. You'd be wise to remain silent and accept my mercy, Miles. Mercy. Whipping an old man, screaming at a child. This is mercy? I can do worse. There's no chance to stall. There's no time to spare. 'Cause we need a guilty verdict and the guilty one's there. Got a modus operandi and no alibi. So let's end this case already. No more nonsense and lies. Foolish fools forgot the rules. And now I'll whip you all like mules. This case is quickly going down in flames. Don't play this game.
You have yet to prove any guilt whatsoever.
Fool. I don't have to. She'll be proven guilty in less than an hour.
But it's only 12:30.
Ow!
You think Wright will come and save you? That's cute but naive. Why else would he recruit you and then pack up and leave? He saddled you with failure, then bid you goodbye. He's abandoned you defending walls of nonsense and lies. Foolish fools are merely tools. If I'm the fire, you're the fuel. This case is quickly going down in flames. Don't play this game. Don't play this game. Don't play this game. Don't play this game. Don't play this game.
great voice. Still a crappy person. Your Honor, the defense calls the autopsy coordinator to the stand. Not until Miss Von Karma is finished with the court witness.
Yes!
Fool! If I wasn't finished with the witness, I would have said so. If you insist. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court.
I am Hattie. My job is to examine things.
Speaking of which, we still haven't received that updated autopsy report from you.
I delivered the report to Officer Meekins 2 hours ago.
Then where on earth is he? Officer Meekins is habitually late to the court, due to habitually becoming lost along the way. Foolish fool. If you can just chill for like 2 seconds, that would be great. Dr. Hottie, please describe what you noticed while examining the victim.
The victim was not alive.
We assume that. More detail, please.
The victim is still not alive.
No, that's not really helpful either. How much longer do you plan to subject us to this, Mr. Edgeworth? Have you done any sort of blood work on the victim?
The victim had no pulse.
Yes! That is indicative of being dead.
Foolish fool.
Can you at least describe the victim's injuries?
He had many fractures,
How many?
between 3 and 27.
What?
I lost count.
Well, this has been enlightening. Thank you for your time, Mr. Hottie.
Anytime.
Your Honor, remarkably enough, I wasn't actually finished. Mr. Edgeworth, you are very close to being finished. Seconds away, in fact. Your Honor, please! If there are no more interruptions, then I, the judge of this court, hereby find Miss Meyer Fay. I'd like to call another witness.
What?
I have another witness that I'd like to call. You've had 3 days, Miss Fay. The trial's over. Well, listen, I didn't want to have to do this, but if you don't let me call that witness to the stand, then I'm gonna channel your spirit. It's up to you. I mean, choice is yours, Your Honor. 2 minutes. 1 witness. Don't disappoint me. Who did Nick have left to call? No one. Everyone's already testified. Everyone except the defense wishes to call a oohing person. Ooh. Did you just call some kind of Sasquatch to the stand? I have no idea what I just did. Ooh! Mr. Beard. Ooh! Were you present at the hospital the night Larry Butts was murdered? Ooh! Was that a yes or a no? It sounded like ooh. Objection! This isn't a credible testimony. It's a hairy abomination making useless howling sounds. Ooh! Overruled. We've had stranger witnesses in this court. Besides, he reminds me of my brother. Ooh! Can you describe what you saw or heard during the murder? Ooh! Ooh! 2 people were on the roof, and were they shouting, arguing? Ooh, 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 ooh. They were singing? So the killer was singing. Ooh, ooh. The victim was singing? Ooh, ooh. Till he was pushed off the roof. Ooh, ooh. After he was pushed off the roof? Ooh, ooh. Do you think you could repeat the song you heard the victims singing as they fell? Ooh, 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 ooh. No! Eureka! Larry Butts was never the victim of this murder. The victim was the Blue Badger. Hold it! Any fool could have sang that song. We could have thrown that hairy thing off a building and still obtained as much evidence. Ooh. Then show me where the Blue Badger security camera went after disappearing the night of the murder. Where is the Butts? Show me Larry's broken bones or his bent up bandages. Where are his cuts? Tell me where he's bleeding. Are you conceding this? Objection! Wendy Oldback testified that she saw Larry Butts on the roof that night. My witness against yours. Hold it! The murder took place at night when it would be hardest to see. And my witness used sound to identify the victim, not vision. Don't look so smug. Don't forget your client still lacks a solid alibi. Objection! Maya was drugged from her medication. That would explain why I... Hold it! I see no evidence that anyone was drugged that night. You doctors would check a patient into a hospital overnight without prescribing a dosage. But if you'd like to wait for Dr. Hottie's professional opinion... No more waiting! Trial ends today.
Officer Meekings reporting.
What, did you stop for tacos? It all comes down
One
to
more
this
twist.
moment. I will be beaten by these. We put it all on the line.
kick.
They think they're clever and they're cool. Now let's see.
This
if
is
we-
it.
Now it's time for them to see
win the
they can
great
beat me.
dream.
Get ready for the gruesome photo of the corpse. This trial is for a murder that doesn't exist. Objection. It could easily be a double murder. Larry Butts is still missing. We no longer have proof that Larry Butts was even on the roof of the hospital that night. Actually, we do. Nick Butts. Hi. Right. You're just in time for the fireworks. I can see that. With your permission, Your Honor, I would like to call Mr. Butts to the stand. I'd like to call him a lot of things. Hey everybody. You guys looking great. Talk now. Right. So I might have accidentally faked my own death and framed Maya for murder. Accidentally? I never meant to cause any problems. Oh, you guys are all mad at me now. Keep talking or my sister will beat you. Alright, jeez. So, I started volunteering at a hospital a couple of weeks ago. That was pretty nice of you. Yeah, and the nurses were also super hot. But none of them appreciated my natural awesomeness. So I thought, if I learned a totally amazing skill, I could impress them with it. Tell me you didn't. So, I decided to take up spirit channeling. He did. I made myself the robes and everything. I even crafted my own Magatama. We noticed. It sucked. I suppose you decided to try some spirit channeling up on the hospital roof. Bingo! Someone gets it. I'm supposing because that is a profoundly stupid idea. Oh. Forgive me, but how does the Blue Badger fit into any of this? Fool! Don't you see? This ignoramus changed clothes on the roof and put his uniform on the Blue Badger. Hey, I just sort of draped him over it. You should have been there, Nick. It looked hilarious. I'll bet. But then, right when I was getting in the zone, that old security lady showed up and started screaming at me. I freaked hard. So hard that you ran into it and consequently knocked the Blue Badger off the roof. Yeah. Which is why I've been hiding for 3 days. The Badger was a masterpiece. After I smashed the Blue Badger, I didn't think anybody would forgive me. At least, I wasn't brave enough to come forward and find out. I think our victim just confessed to his own murder. Sounds that way to me. Which means, Miss Maya Fey, I hereby find you not guilty. So Larry was hiding in your apartment the entire time? The one place I hadn't been to since the start of this trial. Right, a defense attorney does not sleep in their office. I was kind of at a loss until I bumped into Winston Payne, who gave me some perspective. So I thought to myself, if I was a loser, where would I go? And that's where I found Larry. Nick, how could you say that? You're the least loserous person I know. And if you're a loser, then I am too. It's good to have you back, Larry. I do have one question that was never actually answered. What's that, Nick? What were you doing in the hospital anyway? Chronic sleepwalking. Couldn't really do much. Hey, pal. You two ready to celebrate winning the case? I'd be Phoenix down for that. Great. Lunch is on me. Wait, no, guys. It's literally on me. I've got some noodles right here. I don't mind sharing. I'll only take a bite or two. Guys, where are you going?